Deborah, it's so great to chat with you today. I'm so excited to spend time with you, and I thought we can start with learning a little bit about your career journey and how you got to where you are today with CAMH Foundation as President and CEO.
Well, it's really nice to be here with you, Mona. Thanks for having me. When the opportunity to join the CAMH Foundation presented itself, I knew immediately that mental health was a cause that I wanted to take on. One, because I believe it is the dominant and most important issue that we're dealing with, but also because it is an extension of the inclusion work I've done before.
Let's talk a little bit about mental health is health.
CAMH has launched an initiative, Mental Health is Health, to really draw attention to our wellness is about both our physical and mental health. You can't have health without mental health.
We know that mental health issues are on the rise, and 1 in 5 Canadians are dealing with mental health issues right now. Why do you think that's so, and does the digital world have something to do with it?
I think that there are a lot of societal shifts that are contributing to that, whether it's digital technology or the pressures that we face or the fast pace of life. I think that's all contributing. What we see on social media and that what young people are experiencing, they're all images of perfect lives. I think it creates a lot of pressure for young people, and that's something that we've seen in the CAMH Monitor, which is the longest running survey that looks at mental health in the province. We are in a high demand, high pressure, always on with expectations around being accessible virtually 24 hours a day, which creates a whole series of pressures for folks.
How can employers support their staff when they see mental health struggles?
Someone's really busy, they're really stressed, they're traveling all the time. Those are behaviors that are kind of accepted almost as a normal part of the business world that we're operating in. I think we really need to shift that dialogue to recognize what is good and healthy kinds of stress or pressure and where someone may be experiencing something that is really quite different. Having leaders, role model behaviors is really critical.
So an example of one of the things that we've done at PwC is an inclusion network around mental health, Dawn. And it's really changed the conversation and created this environment where people feel really safe to be who they are and talk about mental health without the stigma.
I love that you've done that. In fact, I would say that you are on kind of the forefront of this because in my experience, organizations setting up employee resource groups or networks related to mental health is in the early stages at this point.
And how can you support your colleagues? How can we support each other as individuals?
I think the first and most important thing is to be aware and pay attention. And to not assume that something that you're seeing in the behavior of a colleague that seems different or off in some way to you is just normal. Ask a question and start by ensuring that that colleague knows that they are not alone and that there is help available to them. So opening up that door in a way that sends that message can be life-changing for someone.